Alright, hello. McFluffy52 here with bringing you Mono White Phyrexia deck. Playing off of Portal Phyrexia. I know that this card is probably one of the biggest and coolest flashy cards from Brothers War. And it says it's a 9 mana spell or artifact. When it enters the battlefield, each opponent sacks 3 creatures, and at the beginning of your upkeep, put a target creature card from your graveyard onto or target creature card from a graveyard onto the battlefield under your control. It is a Phyrexian in addition to its other types. So this card is kind of just like a blowout. As soon as you can get it onto the battlefield, you're gonna be basically most of the time you're gonna be wiping the enemy's board because it's hard to get that many creatures out that fast, or people generally don't play like a whole ton of tokens. And even if they play tokens, if you get this out fast enough, it won't matter. And then you just keep getting value off of every upkeep, putting a creature card onto the battlefield. It's even greater when you can get one of the opponent's creatures that are really good and put it onto the battlefield. Think of like Shieldred, because this triggers before your draw step, and so you can actually pick up a Shieldred and gain 2 life using this Portal to Phyrexia. So that's probably one of the coolest things to pick up. One thing is you generally want to try and pick up your creatures just because if you pick up, depending on what color they're playing, if they're playing blue, you might want to pick up one of your creatures from your graveyard because if they're playing blue, they probably have a bounce spell like a Fading Hope, and you pick up let's say you pick up Hullbreaker Horror or something, and then they bounce it into their hand. That's not so good. So it's a really fun card to play around and build around. And in mono white, we're not exactly going to be ramping into it. And so we have a little trick here of putting it into the graveyard and then bringing it back with either Repair and Recharge, which is a new card from Brothers War that says it's 3 generic and 2 white. It says return target artifact, enchantment, or planeswalker card from your graveyard to the battlefield and create a tap Power Stone token. So this is really good, just having another way to bring it back for 5 mana. Generally, these return spells are going to be 5 mana. The cheapest one in standard, I believe, is actually Shieldred's Restoration, but that only targets creatures, and you lose health equal to, or you lose life equal to the mana value of the creature. So can't use that for this, but if you're building a interesting Reanimator deck in black and white, maybe you could consider that. But Repair and Recharge can target artifacts, enchantments, or planeswalkers, and then we got the OG return spell in white, Invoke Justice, coming in with 4 white and 1 generic. So you definitely, if you're going to be playing this in any sort of deck, you want to be making sure that you have enough white sources. Thankfully, this mono white deck, you'll have no problem casting it. And it says return target permanent card from your graveyard to the battlefield. So you can choose anything in the deck besides your Depopulates, your Invoke Justice, and your Repair and Recharges, which not really a big problem. You can return like a Circuit Mender and then put 4 cut, and then the second part of it is then put 4+1/+1 counters among any number of creatures or vehicles target player controls. So we have Reckoner Bankbuster in here, so you can potentially put +1 counters on it or just slam it onto any of your creatures, which is very nice. So that's the game plan. But now we need to figure out, okay, how do we get into the graveyard? To get it into the graveyard, we have a few cards to do so. So the first one being Restoration of Eiganjo. Really helpful for just turn 3 play, getting yourself a land on the first part of the saga. Next turn, you may discard a card, and when you do, return target permanent card with mana value 2 or less from the graveyard or from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. So this card, you're going to be wanting to actually discard your Portal to Phyrexia, your other big expensive cards that you want to reanimate. If you don't have Portal Phyrexia there, and then You can occasionally return a Reckoner Bankbuster, you can return a Guardian of New Benalia, or you can return a Citizen's Crowbar. A neat thing with Citizen's Crowbar is this says return from your graveyard to the battlefield tapped. The equipment comes in tapped, but when it creates the token is untapped. So you can actually get an untapped 2/2 uh, by returning your Citizen's Crowbar. Now, in terms of other discard sources, we have Celestus. This is a good spell for ramping. You play it on turn 3, you can tap it for mana, and then they introduce the day-night cycle. So if you don't play anything, or the opponent doesn't play anything, it'll switch to night, and then you can draw a card and then discard a card, and you gain 1 life. So you can force this by just not playing anything, or you can pay 3 to switch from night and day. And then lastly, one of my actual favorite cards in this deck is Guardian of New Benalia. This is a 1 generic, 1 white, 2/2 human soldier, and it says, well, it has enlist, which if it attacks, you can tap a non-attacking creature without summoning sickness, and then you can add the power to it. Occasionally, you actually do this because it allows you to scry 2. Because it says whenever it enlists a creature, scry 2, and then you can discard a card. This is the most important ability. Discard a card, and Guardian of New Benalia gains indestructible until end of turn and tap it. So the only cost is discard a card, so you can still do this if it's tapped. And you can do this at instant speed. So you can hold on to your cards, and then when you need to discard them to reanimate them, you can just use this ability of Guardian of New Benalia. Benalia? Yeah. New Benalia. And then you got it in your graveyard and you can reanimate it. So just going through the curve for the rest of this, we have Citizen's Crowbar. I'll put all the this is all your reanimating discard stuff over here. So you got your reanimation, you got your discard, and then this is also one other card for reanimating is Brilliant Restoration. We just have one of here. It's a 7-cost card, 4 white. Return all artifact enchantment cards from your battlefield or from the graveyard to the battlefield. So this will get you basically anything that's in your graveyard that isn't a spell and put it back on the battlefield. Really nice. It's a bit expensive though, and you have to watch out for counter spells. So usually you're going to want to be playing these cheaper ones and just targeting Portals of Phyrexia. And Portal Phyrexia can return your other creatures to the battlefield. But this is nice because it hits your enchantments like Restoration of Eiganjo and Touch the Spirit Realm. And then here's your targets for reanimating. You have Steel Seraph. This is just one of the cards that I ended up getting out of the pack. Really nice prototype card, so you can prototype it in for 3 mana, or you can reanimate it in at 6 mana, or just play it at 6 mana. Prototype, it's a 3/3 flyer, or if you cast it for 6, it's a 5/4 flyer, and it says both the times it will have whenever like at the beginning of your combat, you can give any creature you control or target creature you control either flying, vigilance, or lifelink until end of turn, which is just a pretty good card in general, so that's why that card's here. And then we also have Combat Thresher. You can prototype in for 3 mana as well, and this one has double strike. It's a 1/1 when you prototype it, and when it enters the battlefield, draw a card. If you don't prototype it, it's a double striking 3/3. Another reason to have this card in this deck is when you invoke Justice, you can get yourself the counters on this double striker, and then that can go pretty crazy because then you have a double striking 7/7. Starting back from the beginning of the curve, you also have Reckoner Bankbuster. This is just nice when you keep a 2-lander. You can draw into extra lands, or just draw into your reanimation spell. Just a good card draw thing, and occasionally you can crew it. It's also just something that you can reanimate with Restoration of Eiganjo. Occasionally eat like a bounce spell or something like that, which is nice. Just a good card to have in here. And then one of my other favorite cards, Circuit Mender. It's a 3 generic artifact insect 2/3, and when it enters the battlefield, you gain 2 life, and whenever it leaves the battlefield, draw a card. even if it doesn't die, if it is exiled, if it is bounced, you will draw a card, which is really cool. Um, just a nice like value thing, and it will keep you alive a little bit through some burn. The extra life. Extra life always comes in handy, I find. So that's why another reason why life link on Steel Seraph, pretty nice. And then this card is a bit of removal and a bit protection. It's Touch the Spirit Realm, 2 generic, 1 white. Can exile target artifact or creature until it leaves the battlefield. And then you can also channel it for 1 generic, 1 white. So 2 mana, exile target artifact or creature, returns to the battlefield under its owner's control at the beginning of next end step. And so that's nice because you can use this to blink Portal to Phyrexia and cause or protect it from like an artifact destruction spell or a bounce spell. It's also nice because you can blink this and have its ETB trigger again. It's also nice for just removing things. So if they have their own Portal to Phyrexia, maybe you hit their Portal to Phyrexia with it. So that's all the cards in the deck. Got the reanimation, got the discard, got the targets. Oh shoot, I forgot to populate. This is your last bit of removal. You can make your Guardian of New Benalia indestructible and then wipe the board. Just because some people have fairly aggro decks, so getting to that 5 mana cost and reanimating sometimes is not fast enough, or like you might not hit it perfectly. Uh, and it might be turn 6, or you might not have the right reanimation target. So to populate, it's just another stopgap. And since you're going to be returning things from the graveyard, wiping the board isn't too bad at all. So far, I've had pretty good luck with this deck. I've just been playing standard play, so I haven't really been playing ranked with this. So that's something to keep in mind, is that your results might be worse. I think it's a really fun, really unique deck. I know some people will probably be doing Reanimator decks as well, so but I think going pure mono white and focusing artifacts and having brilliant restoration makes this deck a bit unique and fun. Okay, we have the discard, we have ramp, we have removal, we have double reanimator, but like we have no creatures and nothing to target. Um, I think I'm gonna mulligan. Okay, this will keep because we have to populate. I'm gonna keep the lands. Just keep the Circuit Menders and populate. Ashnod. I haven't seen actually anyone play this card. Let's see. Whenever it attacks, you may sacrifice a creature. If you do, create a tapped Power Stone. Those are ramp in a way. And exile creatures from your graveyard. Okay. So we'll probably want to remove that before we get going. I have this to blink things if that becomes necessary. I'll probably play a Circuit Mender if unless I don't draw a land, and then I'll play land in a Celestus. Looks like they're playing a Dragonspark Reactor deck, which is a bit scary. No sack. My turn. Alright, we'll play a Circuit Mender then. Probably play Depopulate, assuming they play out more creatures. I guess they're playing a bunch of creatures that create blood tokens or other tokens if they're planning to do Dragon or Spark Reactoring. Ooh, Shieldred. I'll take that. Double Shieldred. I'll stop Ash. No, I prefer my HP. I don't want to die. I'll keep my life total high. It's not like you're gonna be able to exile any cards from graveyards before I wipe the board. Okay, depopulate. I'm just gonna depopulate here anyways. Don't really want him doing anything. Perhaps a bit troll behavior. I hate that the card from the artifact set does not. Hmm. I could remove the token, or I could gain, gain some life. I'll remove the token. Prefer to keep them off of their mana. Especially if he doesn't play any spells here, I get nighttime. He has double Mirror Breaker. Alright, that's fine. I don't have a land. Let's see if I draw into a land. Yeah, that'd be nice. Nope. Okay, well, that's gonna go into the graveyard. On this flip, I can actually wipe the board with Portal Phyrexia. This is not exactly ideal, I would say. But, should have some fun things. I just have to create a tap. Gix, okay. Now he has the perfect number of creatures for me to wallop him for. Experimental Synthesizer. Okay, he shouldn't be able to sack the Synthesizer. Oh my gosh. Uh, I'll discard this Circuit Mender, I think. Yeah. Look at that. Wait, I don't have any creatures target. This is probably just better. Boom. Probably has an Abrade. No. Oh my god, it's Mirror Breaker Tribal. By God. What is my best bet? I think honestly, Steel Druid's pretty nice. Hmm. I'll do this. Grab myself a Circuit Mender. I'll just put them all on Circuit Mender. And I can take his Yawgmoth. Or probably best yet, Blood Type Hider, sure. My God, bro, what is your luck? Fable Mirror Breaker, Fable Mirror Breaker. Every single Fable. Oh, I'll do this. Maybe I can draw. Discard with this. Oh, oh. Ooh, that's not what I meant to do. I don't really have any plans to attack. We can discard this, perhaps. That's awkward. Oh my god, bro. I need another portal. Which I can discard a portal and then. Like, I don't know why he's not attacking in with the. Like a shielded copy. I mean, why do you want to kill my Guardian of New Benalia? I still fail to understand. Hmm. Let's see. Honestly, I don't really care. They can die. This land is probably more useful. Okay, he's played two spells. That means are you gonna shoot it off? You can kill my Shieldred. Kind of annoying. We're getting a bit outvalued. We'll grab this back. Oh. We'll do discard. No. Okay, okay, okay. Draw. Oh. Sack them. Sack them, my pretties. Sack them. Okay, and then I can start playing Citizen Crowbar and working down they're working out some of their stuff. Um, I don't really want to swing in. I'm not sure. Uh, I mean, I can just get in a bunch of damage. Doesn't really matter if they die. So I can just reanimate. Boom. It's one creature off the board. Another Kiki Jiki. Unearth. Resolve. Done. Pain. Should have copied one of his things. He would have gained a bunch of life. If he copied Shieldred with... he can. Forgot. A legendary creature. Mishra. They're not merging them. Oh wait, he is merging them. That's fun. Oh, wait, no. Okay. I'm right. Right, I need a board wipe. The board wipe, I just build act better. My graveyard, nothing really. Oh, they got exiled. Awkward. Opponent's graveyard. Uh, do this maybe. I mean, I like life, so I like that. Oh my god, I'm just portaling it up. Okay, so I could slam the portal and then swing in, draw a bunch. I think that's probably my best move. Sacrifice the two Kiki Jikis and or all three Kiki Jikis. Okay, interesting. Next to combat, next to attackers, all attack, blockers. I was thinking just fucking make this indestructible. Is it worth? Probably not. And you can see how oh my goodness, did they top deck creature after creature after creature, but it did not matter. Uh, we just kept going. And particularly you can see how reanimating the portal Phyrexia can be a lot easier than playing itself. We only just had enough mana to slam that last portal Phyrexia. Um, and I think the Guardian of New Benalia is honestly very helpful in this deck for just occasionally creating like an indestructible blocker. And it's also just really good at eating removal. People like will try and remove it even if it's doing nothing. It's fun. Um, so this hand's pretty good. We got something to do on turn two. They're playing standard Jund, which is a bit concerning. I'm playing not ranked because I was hoping not to go against anything too crazy meta. Um, very questionable. Very interesting. I'll play another Reckoner Bankbuster and double draw and see if we can also try and draw before the trigger. Here we go. Alright, oh, okay. I just can't. In that case, we'll discard a Reckoner Bankbuster and reanimate it. It's fine. And then play Circuit Mender to soak up some damage because they're somehow have done 7 damage. I don't even have that many creatures. It's just Blood Tithe Harvester on turn 2 is crazy. Double draw next turn. Don't have any discard outlets. Or I can just play Combat Thresher. Of course, opponents are always playing Fable of Mirrorberg Tribal. So we're being bested once again. I would gladly take that trade. Drawing into another card is very good in this deck. Alright. That's an excellent blocker. Also play this. not great here, but can potentially destroy a Kiki Jiki, which is what we want. Here to soak up damage and destroy Kiki Jiki. Okay, this guy's playing just straight up Reanimator. It's 5 mana, so if I kill, or a bunch of creatures die, particularly 2 creatures die. Um, I don't know. Don't know if I really want to risk this block. That's the damage. Doesn't matter. He has the 5-cost Reanimator still. We'll do Gix. Shieldred. Good game. My guy just perfectly rolled out. That's what happens when you draw like 15 million Fable the Mirror Breakers. You just win. There's nothing I can do to gain life. It's basically over. I lied. There is something I can do to gain life, but he just attacks me with everything I die. Once again, opponent draws tons of Fable the Mirror Breakers. That card is gotten even crazier, I would say, in the standard, because so many cards function off the graveyard. So even just throwing cards into the graveyard is great. But yeah, you can see even paying only 4 for the or paying 5 for the the portal. Sometimes it's just not enough, and sometimes it's hard to get that portal out in 5. Okay, okay. You just need Reanimator now. Okay, okay. We just need one more land. Play the Reckoner, just in case we don't have anything. If we don't draw another land, because then we can't play Restoration. This will give us a draw for a land, and a land to rob next turn. Just playing Blood Fountain to get cards out? What? I'm so confused. Why are you hitting yourself? Ah, I'm not entirely sure what he's up to. Next turn we can discard this to the Restoration triggers. Or we can discard this as Crowbar, since we have Guardian of New Benalia. And if we don't draw a land, honestly, we'll probably just discard Portal anyways. But Guardian's actually, we can discard Guardian, bring it back, and then discard Portal to Guardian. Big brain. Big brain. Big brain. Actually, at this rate, no, we do need this out there. Well, no, we need something out there. We can do this. We can just play the Guardian this turn. Whew! Oh, my goodness. That's crazy. And then we can draw on their turn and discard. They're gonna say nice one more time when I play this Portal of Phyrexia. Uh-oh. Somebody wants to use removal spell. Reckless Stormseeker. Okay. Pass to attackers. Resolve. Pass to attackers. Now, pass the blockers. Don't want to do this beforehand. Pass the block. Discard. Order the Phyrexia. Boom. Draw. Boom. Pass the damage. Indestructible. Let's go. End in the graveyard. And then turn 5. Ba 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 ba. We'll just put them all in the or vigilance. That's not what I meant to do. Let's go. Let's go. We're enlisting. Let's go. Oh, we don't need that. Oh my goodness, it's illegal. Oh, I could have attacked him with Reckoner. That was my bad. I could have crewed it with the Ancient Rest Architect of Restoration and then swung in for 5. Eh, it's fine. It was all part of the plan, honestly. Can always discard like a land or something here to Guardian of New Benalia. Benalia. Aha! I see, I see. I feel that. Little discard action. I'll show you some discard action. Human Werewolf. Um, yeah. Oh shit, I forgot. That's a oopsies. Didn't really mean to do this because I missed out on lethal here. I have been on a series of trolling. Start a card. Target player. Boom. Oh. Yeah, we'll pump it into this dude. End turn. Okay, we can protect our Guardian if necessary. But good game. I hate saying good game. The situation because I know I'd be fuming. So that is game 2 or 3. I'll play one more game just to round out the experience. I suspect this next one will probably match against Mono Blue and not be able to play anything, or we'll just get a sad draw. But you can see how just getting that card out on turn 5 can crush somebody. So we have everything we need. We have ramp, discard, portal to Phyrexia, and then something to return it. So I think this deck has a pretty good mix of discard, ramping, and returning in it. Okay, that's not a game. That's just not a game. Um, let's see. But yeah, I hope to make more videos. So if you really enjoyed this video, feel free to leave a like and subscribe. It would mean the world to me. And let's round out this mono white discard reanimator, artifact reanimator, portal to Phyrexia deck. We'll keep this. Don't need 2 Celestus, they're legendary. Don't really like I don't have anything good to discard to Guardian, so I can't keep it alive very easily. I do have now like a land that I could discard, or I could just discard Touch of the Spirit Realm. He's playing black. He might be playing mono black, so he's probably looking at this Guardian of New Benalia with a cut down in hand, thinking, or no, he's just a big fan of the Okiba Reckoner raid. That is the oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. That is impressive. I'm going to be drained for my entire life total. That's fine. Fortunately, can't enlist. No scrying for me. Drain, drain. My goodness. That's crazy. So they gained 6 life off of these already. Oh my goodness. Play a little Circuit Mender here. Let's not do anything here. I would like to live. I think what I'll do here. Honestly, I could have played absolutely nothing and hoped Celestus flipped into something, but vehicles you control have menace. Yep. Okay. Menace. Let's do this. Prefer to have this die. I think I'll discard Touch of the Spirit Realm. No, I won't. I'll discard the land. Or I can just let it die. Oh, he's happy to have it die. That's unfortunate. Unfortunate for me. Wish he killed the Circuit Mender. Hmm. Kill the Circuit Mender. Please. 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 Oh my goodness. Come on, a black aggro. We mulliganed once and it's hurting us. Oh no no no. Oh no no no. Bye Guardian. He just gives it what? Oh. He's just in for the life. In for the penny, in for the pound. This is a 2 cost. I'm more interested in having the restoration, I think. I think I'm just gonna hold. Take my beats. Oh, he might buff the Nezumi road captains, which is scary. Yeah, there goes Guardian of Benalia. Benalia. I might just be dead. We're gonna need the Circuit Mender to block this Razor Lash for Transmogrant. Oh, he's not gonna get much value out of this Transmogrant. This guy's got the poker hands on lock. Because he's got that is a nice that's nice. But he's got multiple of these, 3 of these. He's got it all. He's got it all. He's got it all. Okay, I need to draw. I think I'm dead. You know? Mono black aggro. Okay. Alright. Well, we did not draw into any of our business, unfortunately. No board wipes, no nothing. But I think that was a pretty interesting set of matches that I think demonstrate this deck's skills well. You have some utility here with destroying. You can return it with restoration. Uh, we saw Portal Phyrexia just absolutely annihilating. The problem was sometimes they just got enough creatures where it was a bit of a closer match, and we need to keep finding portals. Um, so maybe you take out some of these. I think it's probably best if you take out like you could probably get rid of all of these but one maybe or something like that, and just fill it up with depopulates. Maybe you reduce this and you just change it a little bit. I think a few more board wipes might be nicer because in a match like that, that Touch the Spirit Realm that we ended up with, I think we had one in that match, or maybe it was a different match. But you can see how like Touch the Spirit Realm can be good, but it also can be pretty bad, especially since sometimes people have removal for artifacts, or sorry, enchantments. It's just that extra blink utility on top of having some sort of pseudo removal is very nice. It's a nice option to have. So that'd be probably my advice for this deck. Maybe you could stuff some more Guardians in here. I think though this is pretty good even distribution of cards. I used to have some different creatures in here. Like you probably could throw in whatever you want here in terms of other like big bombs or big threats. I just think these are nice because you can prototype them in. They're in the color. I did use. I was searching through artifacts previously, uh, and mainly I think it was the artifact creatures from Brothers War. And so probably oh shoot. Oh yeah, this doesn't have all the colors. That's probably why I was there. But I was originally experimenting and using Boulder Branch Golem can be a really nice reanimation target because all that time you've been delaying when you're reanimating, you can gain some life. Rust Goliath just the biggest baddest threat as an artifact. So you can also target these with repair and recharge, which is very nice. So these are nice repair and recharge targets as well as just good creatures. That's why I also have these as artifact creatures. So they also get hit by Brilliant Restoration. So I'd say if you want to swap out your creatures, maybe like put some more creatures in here, maybe like adjust the number of sweepers to better match the type of decks that you're playing against. Probably for the best. This is just what I came up with and landed on for the time being. Uh, but I hope you really enjoyed the video. Once again, if you enjoyed it, feel free to leave a like, subscribe, uh, and have a nice day, evening, morning, night, wherever you are in the world. Ciao for now.